It's beep time!
Who is Randy? Don't bring anyone's mother into this.
Your mama in the fucking stands!
Welcome to your mom's house with Tom Segura, and
Christina Pashitsky.
welcome to your mom's house.
Oh my lord, how are you folks? Welcome to Behind the Jeans. 'Tis I, Josh Potter, your host with you here, and let's just say the roach today, dealing not with my own personal Vietnam. I think it's worse than I think this is my personal Korea. The air conditioner broke in my house this morning, and it's a ripe 9 million degrees here. I've got the window open in the studio today here on my outpost in Los Angeles in the old Roach Motel. So if you hear any strange sounds, it's from the outside because boy, oh boy, is it hot in here. You get to see the Roach sweat his ass off today. And also, by the way, I want to let you know you can see the Roach live. TheJoshPotter.com is where you can go buy tickets. Oh boy, going to be on the road quite a bit in August. But first, this weekend, Friday, Saturday night, I'm going to be in Dallas at the Dallas Comedy Club. Please come on out. Dallas Comedy Club. TheJoshPotter.com is where you can get tickets. And by the way, if you're watching this on the old replay, well, friends, I would hope you would sign up, become a member, so that you can join us here in the chat. The chat, by the way, I've never seen it more alive, and we'll get into why. I've never seen it go crazier before the show even begins, but we'll get into it in a couple of moments here. BehindTheJeansShow@gmail.com is where the rest of you who watch this on the replay, the free version, can go over and communicate with us. We'd love to hear from you if there's something you want us to bring up on the program. BehindTheJeansShow@gmail.com. And I came in here today, I had plans. I had clips I wanted to get to. Mark Norman was on UB Trippin', a wonderful episode about Australia. He talked about another little side quest he did when he was traveling. Once he took Molly and went to a not great place to do Molly. So I was curious, I thought maybe the chat would want to talk about today weird places that they had done drugs that they shouldn't have done drugs. Well, hell, I have stories like that as well. I thought the chat would love that story, love that topic. But today, Your Mom's House dropped brand new episode this morning, as it always does every Wednesday. And just a scandal rocking the Jeans universe. And the chat is all about it. Of course, if you're in the chat, you already know what we're talking about. We're talking about, did Enny fart in front of his coworkers? A move of epic disrespect. I'm not in Austin. I'm here in Los Angeles in my little outpost studio. I am an unbiased person in this case. It's almost like we're taking the Secret Service director Kimberly Cheadle, and we're doing a U.S. congressional hearing here. I, coming into it, clean slate, gonna just ask questions. But first, before we even ask any questions, before we dive into the topic, for those of you who maybe didn't check out the show yet, don't know what we're talking about, let's play the clip. Shall we?
Hydrate.
Chad told me something really crazy.
What?
Chad?
Smart Chad?
Yep.
The other day we were in the lobby and Enny farted in front of me and Tanner.
Bro, I cannot stand. Yo, what is up with this bit, bro? What are you trying to do with this bit?
It's not a bit.
I don't understand this bit.
Look, I've worked here for nearly 3 years. I've been holding in my farts this whole time because I thought if I let one out, Enny would never speak to me
Yeah,
again.
it's disrespectful.
And then, okay, so you were just disrespecting me and Tanner in the lobby?
I don't know what this is, man.
Wait,
is this part of the recess shit? Is that what this is?
No.
Like, what are we doing?
Does that not happen?
No.
Did that not happen? You're denying
I
this?
swear that
the recess shit. I don't know what that is, but I can tell already a part of me is leaning towards any side. And this is just taking an initial out of the gate Chad versus Enny situation. We haven't heard the testimony of the rest of the employees around your mom's house quite yet. We will get into it. But right now, Enny is adamant that it was not him who farted, if anyone farted. He did not do it. And I've never seen him so adamant, quite frankly. I mean, if this is a person who is acting, get him an Oscar. That's all I got to say. So far, I don't know. I'm kind of like, wow, Enny's aggressiveness is making me side with him. But we'll continue.
This happened. He was on his computer. He lifted his leg and let one out.
This is crazy.
And then
Where
I
are
looked
the
over.
tapes? Show me the tapes.
I looked over.
We
and
have
I was
cameras.
just so confused.
We
He's
have cameras.
right. We do have cameras.
Audio on the
tapes.
cameras?
We don't have audio.
Oh.
But you said I lifted my leg and let one out. Like I'm an old grandpa and I was just letting y'all have. Go ahead.
It was a subtle cheek lift. You know how you do it,
Man.
But
This is the funniest chat, by the way, I've ever seen, aside from the fart issue. Adult recess didn't end up happening, but Enny was paranoid that it was a plot against him for some reason. I don't even know what. Again, I'm isolated here on my outpost. I don't know what adult recess was. That's a very funny byproduct right there. And maybe this is part of that. Who knows? Little Boner, oh no, hold on. We have to do a bit of a halt in our action. Little Boner, missing my first stream due to getting rear-ended on the freeway. I leave work early on Wednesdays to get home on time. I'm all good, but I'm at the clinic just in case. Catch you guys next week. We'll catch you next week, Little Boner. You get better, all right? Make sure you're all good. I'm glad you're feeling okay. I'm sorry about your car. Back to the issue at hand.
was it audible? Because
It
you
was,
have.
oh yeah, that's why I was so shocked. It like turned my head. I'm like, who did that? And
This
then I
is
realized it was
crazy,
Enny,
dude.
and I'm like, what the fuck?
This is crazy, man.
So you're
It was
you're
crazy.
fully saying this
Wow.
didn't happen.
This did not happen.
I'm
Okay.
telling you, I would not just lie about. Tom, do I ever bring anything to you that
Wow.
randomly that's not true?
I mean, you don't have a history of lying. I would say for sure. So,
Okay.
Well, this
but
is,
I also like this is a adamant denial to
this
the
is
point
this
where
is a huge
yeah.
start. This is Fartgate. We're gonna have to
I don't
figure
think
this out.
I don't see any reason for him to lie about it either. To be fair,
I do. I do.
But look at him; he's being
But
serious.
I do. But I'll tell you why.
What?
Because he's got a reputation to protect.
Oh, you think he's protecting his
And I'm just saying,
You think I'm
Enny,
doing this with my niggas?
I do. I think you are doing this for them.
You could say it.
I'm not going to. I think he's doing it to maintain his rep.
rep? So he had one kind of slip up.
I think listen, it's almost impossible, Enny, to be.
I'm kind of where Tom is in this moment. I've kind of kept this clip because I heard about this scandal. Cougar made me aware of the scandal prior to the episode airing, and I said, I don't even want to see it until I see it with the people. You understand what I'm saying? I need to take it without ruminating over things so that I can come at it with clean eyes, clear hearts, can't lose, or some shit like that. So Tom is kind of echoing what's going on through my brain right now. I'm not sure what's going on through yours. Do sound off in the chat.
be around us for how long have you been with us now?
And not fart.
Fucking like 17 years now.
17 years.
17
and
years.
to not blow ass and to not brown at Studio Jeans,
Because he doesn't like
really
farts.
rare. No, he doesn't like farts. He doesn't
I've
like
tried
poop.
to fart in front of him and wink and everything, and he's just like, "Don't do that. I don't like that." If I had one right now, I would do it, but I just don't have one.
I don't know. I think
This
it
is crazy.
may have
He's
come
just
out.
saying this is crazy.
This is fucking
Accidentally.
crazy. I can't stand y'all, man. I don't understand this shit, man. Why y'all always doing this shit, man?
I didn't
Nah,
do it.
man, nah. This was probably in the pre-show meeting.
No, it
oh,
was
you know
not.
we're gonna do
No.
it. Oh, we're gonna talk about how
It was when you walked in.
No.
Remember when you walked in? You go, "What?" Because he
Yeah.
had just told me.
Nah,
Yes.
nah. What have you probably like chat. Let's do the thing. Let's do the thing.
No.
You know what I'm
Chat.
saying?
Tanner was there.
Now, dare I say this? This is some evidence I will put out to Enny's point in that regard. I don't think Tom very much will communicate when he comes in early like that. Touche? Not sure. But the fart mic is an interesting point. If we had fart mics all around the studio, and maybe they do, I don't know these days. I mean, it is very high tech. Perhaps maybe everyone's beeholes should be mic'd so that we don't have a discrepancy in some incident like this, you know? I'm not sure. I'm trying to parse through the details.
Tanner Tanner,
Yeah,
can you
let's bring
Tanner.
corroborate
Let's bring
Now
the
Tanner
story?
will witness
Let's bring
coming to the
Tanner.
stand.
Tanner,
Yeah,
Tanner's not a totally reliable source. Tanner
No,
lived in a shipping container. He's
and
not a person.
he always fucks with me. Like he does to me what I did to Chris when I first got here.
Tanner does.
Chad
or-
started
so
it.
he's going to
Chad
probably
definitely
lie.
started it. Chad
But-
started the war. Tanner just be finishing.
Tanner,
it,
I gotta ask you something. Can you be completely honest on this, please?
Be honest.
Don't
I
lie.
will be honest.
Be honest.
Yes.
In the lobby the other day, did Enny fart in front of you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. And
Wow.
bless you,
you
Christina.
hear
No
it?
one says bless
Oh
you.
yeah, I heard it. It was loud.
it was loud.
It was a big ripper. Yeah.
And it was for you guys? Like, it was like, hey.
I think that Enny thought he could slip one out quietly, and I think he just was. He didn't realize that it was gonna be that loud, because he didn't move afterwards. Like he stayed still like a deer in headlights.
And what did you guys do?
I looked at him, and then he kind of just like gave me a little side eye, like quick, and
I called him out.
Chad called him out
And what
because
happened
Chad
when he
does
called
that,
him
but
out?
He pretended like nothing happened.
instantly denied it.
Okay.
I think he forgot he was here. I think in his head he was at home.
Yeah, I don't know how my farts are gonna come out. I don't know where I am. Yeah, I'm just a fucking. I'm insane. I just don't know what the fuck's
it was
going on
loud.
in my
It was
body.
really loud.
Now I will say, Tanner, maybe a little extra on his explanation. I didn't quite buy into all of it. I don't know Tanner as well as I know some of the others. I'm not sure if he was an overperformance. Why don't we bring the man himself here on the show? He's waiting backstage. I feel like I wanted to just present a part of the case. Maybe you can go through the rest of the testimony with us. Here he is, himself, Enny Kravitz, folks. Welcome to the program, sir. Before we get back to the tape, any opening statements, anything? Because here I'm not against you. I hope you know that. I'm here as an unbiased person to parse things out, and you could win me over here. I'm just saying, not that you have to win me over. I'm just saying, I am not against you. You can share your details with me, and I'm on your side. I'm not disbelieving anything so far.
What I have come to learn is that you can't trust anyone at YMH Studios, because all y'all be doing bits and y'all be doing your jokes and shit.
I'm doing no bits. I'm here.
See, that's what you see. Tom has said that before. You've seen Tom say that on a show, and then it turned out, yeah, it's a bit. It's all. So you can't tell me that, I could trust. Nah, I ain't trusting none of y'all niggas. I ain't trusting none of y'all niggas, and this is ridiculous. I can't believe that I'm in front of this phone talking about this crazy ass shit. This is
Enny,
fucking
I
ridiculous.
am on your side here. I want nothing more than to have you not have farted in the lobby. I don't buy it for a second. If someone told me, if they all told this to me, I wouldn't believe it. I would have to be in the room to see it for myself. So again, I'm not your enemy here. Please tell me what on earth happened the day in question. Was there something you heard? Was there something that now that you've had this presented to you, that you can pinpoint on what they might have dubbed a fart? Is it leather chairs? Is it maybe you moved the leg of the chair?
Here's the thing. Chad said that one day I did this.
So you don't even know what day it could have been.
No, I don't even know what the fuck. You'd have to tell me if he were to find the footage, which he says he's gonna do, which is cap. Ain't no fucking footage. But if he says he's gonna do that, okay, you show me what happened that day. Maybe I'll be able to say. Because here's the other thing, by the way. We bank episodes, nigga. This was a fucking while ago. I'm not gonna be able to remember what happened on fucking whatever, fucking March 1st. Nigga, it was forever ago. I have no idea. So we look at that, maybe I could tell you what happened, but I don't even know what the fuck he's talking. He just said that I farted, bro. How am I gonna say, well, no, what happened was, I don't know what the fuck he's even talking about, nigga.
Well, yes, it is tough if you don't know the day. It is tough if the accusation isn't pinpointed to a day. That's even more plausible deniability. Space is accusing you of perhaps you're going to delete the footage, or as he put it, Mission Impossible the footage. Any comment on that?
I can't. I'm not in charge of the footage. That's fucking. Well, I guess I probably shouldn't say our security system, but that's our security. That's a whole fucking. They have the whole login and all that shit. I can't delete footage, and I wouldn't.
Well, to suggest that Mission Impossibling it would mean that you would infiltrate the security due to your expertise in the tech world.
I think that would be. I mean, that would literally be illegal. No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, if I was,
Well, that's
guilty,
a great point. That's a great. We're helping you build a defense here. That's a great point. If you were guilty of said fart, could you not go? Could you not do something illegal and destroy the footage? You want the footage to be seen. You say, please find this footage.
Please do. Yeah. And here's what's gonna happen. I promise you. He's gonna find something where it looks like my leg goes up or something. But that doesn't fucking matter. There's no sound in our cameras. There's no sound.
That was going to be my next question. If there's no audio, what on earth are we looking for? The leg to lift?
Exactly.
Like a cartoon?
Unless I tell you what, if you see me do fucking like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that's egregious. Clearly something's going on there. But there's nothing to be found, man. I don't do this shit. Y'all fucking know me. If there's anything y'all know about me, I ain't about this shit.
Charlie Sierra is asking, though, if you were against Charo, would it be louder?
Bro, I ain't playing these fucking games, man.
This is exactly why I don't think you farted.
I'm not playing. I'm not playing these games. So, okay, Potter, you're right. You're not in Austin. You're in LA. But while I was in LA, how long were we working together? 2 years?
Yes.
2, 3 years?
There's no chance you would have farted in that room.
Did you see me shit? Did you hear me fart?
No, the shit especially. I mean, I didn't know farting. When I heard this accusation, I go, yeah, I guess I've never. There's no one. I mean, the only one that was. I mean, did you hear me fart? I mean, like who's farting around?
Not around
the
me,
office?
but I imagine I leave and y'all just start gassing up the fucking place.
No, I'm not a farter either, Enny. No? I'm not. I mean, that could be a side accusation, but I'm also not a big.
You're telling me that Nadav never farted when I left? Not once?
I mean, I don't know. I don't remember if Nadav did, but that's Nadav. I am not a farter either. I'm not a big, like, I hate that shit. Because I had an uncle that used to make me pull his finger and all that horse shit. And I go, this guy is the lowest common denominator of human being. But it was still in office. So yes, no, I understand your theory here. And again, I am on your side. I've never heard you fart. I feel like you're a professional person, not to mention the fact that you are also phobic of all things asshole, whether it's things coming out or going in, I'm sure. That part I'm assuming.
I don't know about phobic, but yeah, all right.
Phobic, not like, I think you deter from, I mean, it's not like, phobic just means you don't want it to happen, right? It's not like, I'm not calling you homophobic or something. Relax.
No, nigga, phobia is a fear. What you mean? That means afraid of I'm not afraid of farting, nigga. I just ain't trying to. I ain't trying to be disrespected. All right, that's all.
I see. Well, let's watch the rest of the evidence. You can chime in here anytime you want to dispute anything. I know you were in the room, but maybe now that you've had time to reflect and you're not being blindsided by accusations.
If there's anything I know more, in this world, it's what's coming in and out of my booty.
I just said.
Can I ask you this though? Because it did. Just how it is. I really just learned about this.
That's the thing. I'm not gonna have to say anything.
I'll let the footage speak for itself. With this.
All right.
I mean, because I'm schizophrenic.
And if there's anything you want to address in the chat, let me know too. Because we have a mix. I'd love to hear what the chat thinks. The people were I mean, I've never seen the chat more active prior to going live than it was today. People were already arguing.
Though, but they're not. See, I know what they're doing. They're doing the bit thing. They're like, oh, ha ha ha, Enny really farted, you know what I'm saying? So they could get me mad, you know, they can get me worked up.
There's some doing that, perhaps. There are some trolls, but there were people on your side as well.
Yeah, those are the real niggas. Shout out to my real niggas out there. Y'all know what's up. You can let it play.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm getting word in the private chat from Cougar that Chad is wanting to come on. I haven't let him on yet. And I won't until you are ready. Or if you don't even want him on, this is a time for you to give your side.
Schizophrenic. And I always think people are conspiring against me, so that's probably what's
It's his mental illness. I understand this. I used to have this too. Mm-hmm. He doesn't trust. Oh, hold on. We have 2 more people to corroborate.
Perhaps we'll bring
Tanner and Chad's story.
Where are they?
Crazy. We have
Perhaps we'll bring Chad on, but first I want to hear the Heather part. And I mean, they really gathered everyone in a room, you think, and they plotted against you. Tell me real quick about this recess plot.
I don't know. Tom brought up randomly one day, we were on a show, and he was like, what did he said, like, in passing, like, oh, maybe like adult recess could be fun, like maybe us and the guys, and then he's like looking at us in the booth, and then we're all quiet, and he's like, Enny, what do you think? I'm like, the fuck you mean, what do I think? Why does what I have to say matter? You know what I'm saying? He's
Well,
like,
you're
I
a
don't know.
leader.
Huh?
You're a leader.
Nah, man. So I'm like, well, I don't even know what this adult recess is. Like, what does it even mean? And then Zolo had the tab opened up already. So it was, you just flip to the tab and it's like adult recess. Like, oh, so y'all niggas been talking about this. Oh, so what is this? Just tell me what it is. I'm down to get in on it, but you got to tell me what it is. Don't fucking set me up. You know what I'm saying? So, it's
Well, I
definitely-
mean, that seems like a paranoid.
No, it's not paranoia. No, it's not paranoia. No, they set me the fuck up, and I ain't trying to fucking play these
For
games,
what?
okay?
Do you know what recess is? Did you ever have recess? They're
Yeah, I
doing
have
like
recess.
they're doing gay adult games. It's gonna be like cornhole and shit like that. And maybe they get one of those rainbow parachutes and they put a ball on it and play that earthquake game. It's gay shit like that for kids who haven't grown up.
I mean, all right. Then maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's like, oh, wouldn't it be funny to see Enny do all this gay shit or whatever? It's like,
No,
okay, but tell me that though. But tell me that though, so we could be
Yeah,
a part
yeah,
of this
yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We a team. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
Exactly. Okay.
yeah. So
All right.
so that was like, I'm like, is this like a fucking continuation of that? Like, is it? Because he never told me. He's like, no, it's nothing. We're not doing anything. It's no big deal. We're just doing adult recess. I'm like, nah, man. Just tell me, bro.
All right. I want to hear Heather and I forget who else they said now. Where is Chris Larson in this? I take Chris Larson's word over many.
I don't think he.
Did he give a testimony?
don't
I am
think
curious,
so.
but okay. So
'Cause he's
will.
in the, well, it's hard to explain, but he's in the portables. It's kind of separate, so
Oh, he was not
he wouldn't.
present. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's hear Heather and whomever else's testimony it is, and then we'll bring Chad in.
Heather and Niana.
They heard it as well.
Oh, Nayan.
This is the fart heard around
But
Studio
they weren't
Jeans.
in the room.
They weren't in the room.
They
but
weren't in the
They came
room.
out and they're like, "Oh, I
Well,
heard
this is already poppycock if they weren't in the room.
Thank you.
But let's hear what they have to say for the people at home.
Where? How loud was this? part?
Dude, it was loud. It was like you ruffled through a phone book.
And
like, aggressively.
I just thought it was gonna be quiet, and then you just
Hold
let out
on,
a
hold
fucking
on.
nuke.
Let me
Nah,
defend
man.
Enny. Hold on. Let me defend Enny here. Is it possible that what you heard was not a fart?
That's what I'm asking too.
Maybe it was
Like the
a
chair
shoe,
kinda moving
a
thing.
chair. There's a lots of
You know what I
sounds
mean?
in Studio Jeans.
There's a lot of sounds, but
This was a clear.
It was a clear.
it was
fart.
like a.
It had some bass to it. It had the ruffling. You know.
I would like to see the footage. I wish we had audio.
Yeah, I wish we had audio too.
I would like to see said footage of him lifting his ass. I don't
Who's
know.
in here?
Me too.
Oh wow.
Me too.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, I see Heather and Niana. Can
Okay,
one of you
go
get on
ahead.
mic, please?
See that it's tough without the sound, like you said, because I could have farted 17 times in here shifting in my chair. You know, if you had me muted, you could accuse me of farting at any moment. I go like this, I go like that, right?
Yeah. Right. But I'm
Okay,
sure
let's-
that's what I'm saying. I'm sure he's gonna find that. I'm sure he's gonna find a fucking video of my leg moving. So you see, there's
We
there's
need
a
when
fucking-
Chad gets on. We need a day. We need a day and time. I mean, if this was such a monumental moment, I'm gonna need details of. I'm really gonna grill Chad. It's like he's Kimberly Cheadle now, and he's gonna come aboard. He's gonna come in front of the Congress, which is me. I'm AOC, and I'm gonna fucking. I got him. Don't you worry.
This is
This
crazy.
is crazy,
This is
bro. The whole fucking
Who knew
studio
this
up
was
against
good?
me. Okay.
Okay. What? Hi, Niana.
What's
Hi,
up,
Heather.
Nina?
What did you hear?
Hey, remember when
This
I showed
was
you all that
actually-
stuff?
Sorry.
Remember when I showed you how to produce? Remember that?
That was actually
Hey, remember
the
how I showed you all this
second
equipment
time
the
that
second
Enny had
time?
done
Wait, that's the second time?
that. Yeah.
When was the first time?
I don't remember who was in the lobby. I just remember
I don't
he did
remember,
it, and I was like, I'm sorry, and then I just kept,
Now it's the second time and he's done that. And we haven't heard
Yeah.
about this before.
Yeah,
And
isn't that
do you
crazy?
sit in now? Let me ask you a question. I'm trying to build up a defense, like I said. Do you sit in the same chair all the time?
Oh, you mean like at the like in here in the control room?
Wherever this supposed incident happened,
I don't
when you
fucking
guys
know
are,
where the hell it supposedly happened. But if okay,
she said at
in
the lobby
control-
or what have you.
No, in the lobby I sit at different places.
Okay.
We all switch around. That'd be
I
kinda
gotta
autistic,
get down to
man, be just
Austin, and
sitting
I
in the
will be
same
down there
chair.
in the next month or so. But maybe I have to inspect these chairs. Are these are the chairs making fart noises if you're shifting them, things like that? Second time, she didn't say boo about the first time, but here she is now, piling on. Let's see what else. Let's see what else they have to say and what Heather has to say.
Working.
Now, hold on. You're sure it was Enny? It wasn't somebody else?
It was absolutely Enny.
And but you're talking about the first time.
Yeah.
But how about this incident that we're speaking of?
That was the second time that it had happened.
And was it very audible?
Yeah. Yeah, I was in a different room.
And you as well, Heather?
Is this unmuted? Yeah. Yeah. I was in my office, and we can hear like all the way in the lobby sometimes. And I heard it. It was super loud, and I was like, who the heck was that? And I came out, and I don't remember who said it was Enny, but I was like, that was Enny? Like, we could hear that from my office.
That he would do that.
But hold on, Heather. Here's some holes in Heather's story. In Enny's defense, you did not see the source.
Yeah.
You only think you heard the source. And
I know I heard.
Here's the one thing I want to ask.
Maybe someone else farted and blamed it on Enny.
This is what I want to ask, because at this point, it's undeniable that something was heard. You must have heard what everybody heard this moment too, right?
I mean, I don't remember hearing anything at that specific time that Chad said that I did something, but I don't know what the fuck they're even talking about.
So you didn't hear anything else? Like, you didn't go like, what was that?
I mean, it's tough for me to pinpoint the exact time because it didn't happen. So I don't even know what the fuck they're talking about.
But I'm not saying you.
Also, anyone.
I'm a gaslighter. Ain't that some crazy shit? Listen to her in the chat talking about I'm a fucking gaslighter.
Who said
She's talking
that?
About, I farted
Who said
and
in the
shit
chat? Heather?
shit. Heather be saying that shit, bro. Heather be on the fucking
she said it right there. No,
That's
I
crazy,
love Enny.
Heather. It be your own fucking people, nigga. It be your own people. That's
Damn.
crazy, dude.
Well, someone did bring up the race war. Someone did bring up the race war. I am curious, though. When you work, Enny, do you have headphones on most of the time when you're sitting around working, perhaps on a computer or something?
Nah, never.
Never have headphones. Okay, so you would have heard.
Except in the control room, I do, but that's it.
Okay, but you would have heard something if, in fact, it happened. Then you wouldn't have had headphones on. It wouldn't have been out there.
I mean, yeah.
RJ thinks you're very defensive. I think anyone would be in this case.
90% of the time. 90% of the time, I don't have headphones on.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure I would hear some shit.
Okay. Let's see if Heather has.
Definitely would have been like, "What the fuck was that?" You know what I'm saying? Like.
We're gonna bring Chad on in a moment, but let's see if Heather has anything.
I'm saying the fact.
Left
See, like
say.
they didn't see anything, but they heard something. You didn't hear anything.
But it's like I'd have to be like, oh, the day that they said I did something. Yeah, I remember hearing a sound that day. It's like at what time?
Did you guys come out and comment?
I came out and I was like, who did that?
And Enny, do you remember this instance?
I don't even remember.
Do you remember this event of Heather saying who did this?
And
what
Niana,
is this?
you didn't see it either, right?
No, I heard Chad immediately go, "Did you just fart?"
And you're still in full denial of this?
100%.
This is why the first 48's the best show, because they will break.
We got to bring them all separately into an interrogation room and break them all.
Well, lucky for Tom, I'm here. So far, I'm on your side, Enny. I mean, I really don't. I think in a court of law, at the very least, you wouldn't be convicted. Whether it's a court of moral.
There's zero proof. There's nothing. There's no possibility, unless he goes in and fucking. I don't know, rotoscopes and fucking creates some footage or some shit, CGI.
What's that mean, rotoscope?
I don't fucking know.
CGI's you in the...
Some fancy fucking editing term, I don't know. Unless he
okay, now can Chad do that? Is Chad capable of doing such a thing?
Man, I don't know what Chad's capable of, man.
All right, well, let's add Chad here. Let's get him in. All right, we got Chad. Hello, Chad.
Hey, Potter, thanks for having me.
Now, you heard much of the defense today. You heard my side. So far, I'm kind of believing Enny. I worked with him for quite a long time. I would never, ever, ever think he would. I think if he were to fart, he would have walked all the way out to the street where we got to smoke, which was about a mile away.
Bro,
back
I'll go
in
home.
back in Reseda. I'll go home to fart.
If I got a fart, I'll go home. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Chad. So say your piece, and if there's anything you want to review from the tape,
sure,
you can go back to it.
Well, first of all, this is just classic projection. This is what Enny does. He says no one at YMH can be trusted, but he is by far the biggest gaslighting troll that we have. He's always playing games. He's making up little rules for us to follow, and
What rules? What rules?
All right, we don't need to go into that today, but
Oh, so
Rules.
we just get to make claims and not discuss them. Okay, yeah.
Well,
cool,
hold on. Let me handle this.
Chad killed somebody. I'm not gonna say how or why. I'm just gonna say he killed somebody.
So, he'll make a rule like if you fart in front of me, that's disrespectful. But then he'll go ahead and just fart out loud in the lobby right next to you.
Now, Chad, I don't know that. I think that's a rule for society, not for just Enny's life. You know, the farting is disrespectful in front of somebody. I wouldn't enjoy that. Are you guys now? Is this a new thing, or did I? Because here's the thing, I don't know that I ever heard. I think Nadav knew not to fart around me too. Tom would do it. Tom would fart willy-nilly. He does it in green rooms. He does it in hotels. He does it at restaurants. I mean, the guy will just blast one out and then just look you dead in the eye. I mean, Tom's doing it all the time. The rest of us, not so much, I don't think. So now as things change, now in Austin, now you're down in Austin and think everyone's farting, what's going on?
This is why it's so surprising because, I find farts to be super funny. But when you've been for 3 years been in a place where you're looked at as if you would have to quit if you were to fart in the office, and then
this is Enny's policy.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden there's just farts flying willy-nilly all around you, and normally I'd be like, hey, that's funny, but now I have to be like, what the fuck? You just changed the rules on us all of a sudden? Doesn't make any sense.
Tell me about adult recess. Is it what I theorized it was, just a bunch of gay white shit?
Probably, yeah. That sounds about right.
Okay, yeah, okay. So that's why, Enny. That's why you didn't know what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you were not privy. Everyone else kind of they didn't feel like they had to explain it to you because they all just innately knew what it was.
What you could do, though, is you just take the two words, adult, recess, put them together, and then you could probably figure it out.
Maybe Enny never had recess, Chad. We don't know what kind of childhood environment he might have grown up in.
Yeah, Chad, you don't know what my people have been through, Chad. So
right. Kamala Harris said that some black people don't even have computers. Think about that.
That's a crazy clip. That's a crazy clip. That's a crazy fucking clip. That's a crazy clip, bro.
But as Enny said,
but back to the issue at hand. Now, Chad, you plan on providing evidence of this fart via video. As a person, a defense attorney, someone who very well could have been one, I say that without having gone to any school or anything. My mother told me I could be that once, and one time in mock trial in 6th grade, I got the soldiers at My Lai off. So my record's pretty good is all I'm getting at. But couldn't you just present a tape where Enny merely shifts in his chair, and since we have no sound, you could just appropriate that moment to a fart?
Look, so I've combed the security footage. We will be bringing evidence to the show. So I hope he's ready for that. And I would also just like to say that
Whoa. Fucking Bobby over here is accusing you of some things.
Oh, I'm going to create evidence, huh?
You see?
Yes.
I bet.
That's the problem with technology today. You never know what's real anymore. So it's I'm going to have a hard time proving my case, but I will do it. And one thing I'll say is why would the rest of the office lie? Tanner was there and saw it. The girls heard it. Other people heard it.
Because y'all a bunch of fucking comedians, bro. Y'all be making bits. This is the whole fucking studio. It's nothing but bits, man.
I'm not a comedian.
I'm not in on your damn bits. All right?
He's not. He's not in on the bits.
All right, I ain't trying to be in on these bits.
He creates most of the bits.
Has it become an exhausting bit factory behind the scenes?
Become? What you mean become? Nigga, it started as the bit fucking they're both bit champs. Everything they do is a bit.
I never made it bits to you. I don't do bits.
All right, you know what? All right, yeah, I actually don't remember a bit.
Once the cameras go off, I'm not a bit guy over here. You know what I mean? So I wasn't planning. I want everyone in on the bit. I'm just saying. So if you think, I'm just asking, has things gotten crazy to the point where now everyone around you is doing bits, so you just think everything's a bit going on?
I mean, no, again, I felt like, okay, I guess, yeah, you were like a exception. you were an exception to that rule. But for the most part, it's all bits. The fucking comedy is just bits. So I just assume at any time that someone's saying some shit and there's like a little, I don't know, I got a little bit of paranoia behind it. I'm like, oh, this has to be a bit. This is a bit. Someone's doing some shit. And
Anytime anyone talks about anything, it's a bit, you think?
Yep. Anytime someone brings me into the conversation and it sounds like, oh, you already have something prepped, it's like, oh, what's the bit this time, nigga? Oh, yeah. Okay.
So once you brought this to the table today on the program, Chad, or at least on the program that aired today, I should say. Once you did that, did you have you said to pre-show, Heather, we're going to need to bring you in because we have to talk about this Enny fart situation, or was it on the air that everyone was listening and then they were like, oh, I heard that too, I remember that day, and they all came in the room?
Yeah, so what happened was, I think it was a few episodes back, was Enny had mentioned that he doesn't fart on one of the episodes, right? And Tom thought that was kind of crazy. And so before this episode, right before we started rolling, I walk in and I say, hey, Tom, I heard Enny fart the other day. And his eyes just lit up. You know, he's like, oh, we're going to get to the bottom of this. Mm-hmm. And so while we're shooting the episode, you know, people were listening in on our recording and being like, yeah, we heard it too. So we brought him in to confirm that it indeed happened because everyone heard it.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Now, I'm curious, Chad, do you know the date and time in which the fart allegedly occurred?
It was about 2:30 in the afternoon on a Friday. It was the Friday before we shot that episode, and I have found the footage, and I will be presenting it.
Where will we be presenting the footage? On a future episode, or do we do it here
I will
on
be
the program
presenting
someday?
it on an episode of YMH, and Tom and Tina are going to know that I'm not lying.
All right. Well, I guess, folks, we have to wait and see until the footage comes out so that we can further examine the situation. As of now, I think I'm on team Enny didn't fart. I'm curious. I don't know if it's a conspiracy the way Enny is accusing. I'm not going to go as far as to say that. I feel like maybe a sound emitted from it's a cavernous place. It's huge, high ceilings, noises can echo, things of that nature. So,
what would be my motive? Why would I lie?
I'm not saying that you are lying. I'm saying perhaps you mischaracterized a sound you heard.
I saw it.
You saw it with your eyes. You saw the gas emit from his body. I mean, was there a cloud, a green cloud that came out or something? What on earth?
His body shifted. He lifted his leg. You could tell when someone farts. You know, you can just see it happen sometimes. And he was shifty with it, so I saw it.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the evidence, the footage. Enny, Chad, thank you both for coming on the program today. I certainly love a good scandal to get to the bottom of. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
So, just like we had the Secret Service on trial on a congressional hearing, we needed to have you both here today so that we can get to the bottom of it. I had to ask my questions, and now we will continue our investigation here on Behind the Jeans as the days progress. So thank you, fellas, and we will talk to you soon, okay? We'll call you back in future episodes if we need more, all right?
Thanks, Potter. Appreciate it.
Bye, buddy. Bye-bye. Enny, thank you, sir.
Lying ass. All right, see you.
See you next time. There you go, folks. Let's see if there's anything else to conclude this moment before we move along here on Behind the Jeans.
He's just like, I wasn't there.
Here's what is a little suspicious is that Enny didn't hear or recall.
That's what I'm saying.
This
Hold on, Josh.
Your Honor, may I present
Go
the
ahead.
whoever smelt it?
You're right. Oh, Zolo's coming in here. Hold on one second, folks. There we go. My button was stuck.
Dealt it defense.
Chad.
Did Chad? Is this a big cover up for Chad farting?
He is a smart guy.
He is a smart guy.
I wouldn't do that. I mean, I record my farts and send them to my brothers. I have really
to brothers, but not to your coworkers.
Well, that's because I thought Enny would never speak to me again. I thought I'd have to change jobs if I did that.
Yeah, it's disrespectful.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then you did it.
I'll tell
I
you
don't do that.
something. I one time in high school farted in class.
Yeah.
And I blamed it on this girl sitting in front of me, Michelle. And it worked.
Steve did that to me
And
in
it worked.
high school.
Yeah.
Also.
It is a common tactic. I'm not going to rule it out.
Can I tell you a tale, folks, about a fart in a workplace that really sent me? I was working at 103.3 The Edge, and my favorite program director that hired me, that gave me a job at 16, had left. He had gone to get a job in Indianapolis or some horseshit market. A better one than Buffalo, evidently. A higher paying one. And in they brought a new program director who was a clown. This man was a huge fat clown. At one point he had like sores on his leg that he was like picking at and got infected. I mean, this was one of the most disgusting, talentless oafs you have ever come across. He passed away, R.I.P. You know, I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but this is the type of person that I'm talking about. The type of person whose highest form of humor is not just, I mean, fart humor can be hilarious. I mean, the Gene's house was built on farts to a high degree. But this man, his was like, he was in a corporate environment and his idea of hilarity was farting like on people in like a meeting. And you think, well, now that I'm saying it out loud, it sounds absolutely hilarious. Don't get me wrong. I understand that you are with me on that. But I thought it was just, and I was a kid. I was 19 years old. And I thought it was disgusting. This man would come in a room and he'd be like, we had a small office that 4 of us shared. Like, it was larger than just a 1-person office, but it was still not a large office. Already the 4 of us hated seeing each other's faces. We turned the desks to the corners so we could look away from each other if we wanted to. This man would come in there to have a meeting and he'd fart and be like, and it would be it would smell so bad. And I was like, this man is the most disrespectful hack I have ever, and I did not trust anything that he ever did. So it is disrespectful in a place where you're trying to create in a workplace. I do buy into that. And I don't think Enny's going around doing that. And let's see if there's anything left in this clip again, and then we will move along. I got to keep putting myself in the wrong. There we go.
This is an incredible mystery. I really hope we can get the, can the next thing be that we pull this footage though?
Do we know the date and time that this happened at?
I'll try to remember. It was probably maybe 4 or 5 days ago. It could have been last Friday. We'll look into it.
You're going to figure out the day.
You got it.
Unbelievable.
Now, this is an interesting thing. It says that's a dominance move. Enny, if he were to admit guilt or be caught red-handed, could spin it that way too. But in the case of my oaf boss, it wasn't a dominance move because everyone would be like, they'd be like, oh my God, dude. Like, even an intern was like, ugh. This man had no respect from literally anybody. He actually, it was like a beta move for him to be like, me, like, and he was just a big old fat loser. Golly. Well, the chat is back and forth. Many people, Alburp is actually very Team Enny in this case. And I've seen much to do about Chad being a scallywag. Sort of a muckraker, a man who creates issues. He did figure out the day, he said, Chad. That's one thing. He's in there. He's in the chat defending himself. So, no, he doesn't respect me, Stangtron. You're right. And I don't respect him either. I sound like the guy from Star Wars. I don't respect him either. Well, we'll have to get more into it down the road. I can't wait to get to the tape. I can't wait to get to the footage. It'll be an ongoing investigation. Don't think I will be taking my nose out of the book anytime soon. Now, let us get into some other interesting things. Mark Norman was on UB Trip, and I did want to talk about that. I don't know if we'll have enough time. I mean, we spent so much time on the case of the mystery fart that maybe we'll have to put off discussing the drug thing. I'm sure drugs will come up in a future episode of really anything for that matter. We cannot skip the fact that Mia Malkova was on First Date, one of the most epic adult actresses in all of our time, folks, especially of my generation. Let's hear how she is faring
Most people make
in the dating
one
community.
terrible mistake when investing.
Oh my Lord,
They
shut
never
up,
sell.
guy. What the
If
hell?
all
Grow
grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at
skipped this.
shopify.com/date. All lowercase.
Use
Go to
Shopify, folks. .com/date
now to grow your business.
Sorry.
No matter what
We're
stage
members.
you're
We
in.
don't watch.
Shopify.com/date.
I'm logged in. What the fuck's going
Where
on?
do you meet guys?
I mean, it depends. I'm kind of introverted. I don't go out a lot, so it's usually people that I meet through working.
Other porn stars, that means. God, I'm in the wrong racket. You know, I learned recently from a lady that my penis is not small. Isn't that cool? You know, I mean, I kind of figured. No girl told me that my penis was small, but, you know, I have low self-esteem. I look in the mirror at myself, you know, not even my penis necessarily. But, you know, I don't speak, my inner monologue doesn't speak, you know, positively about me. So it was just nice to hear her tell me that. I mean, she could have been lying, but who knows? Why would she lie? Why would she lie? This lady's not my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the weirdest place you've ever met someone?
Somebody that I start a relationship with?
Yeah.
I guess my ex-husband. He was a porn star.
Oh.
And I met him on set to shoot with him that day.
And you ended up marrying him?
Yeah.
What a love story.
Was that the open relationship?
Did she say that was the strange? She just said she meets all the guys like that. How is that the strangest place to meet somebody on set? I bet now in comedy, there's comics all the time. They're like, oh, I don't date other comedians, girls, guys. They all say that. And then there's like plenty of examples of happily married couples who are comedians. So you're like, well, why don't you? I think you're just shitty with all people. And it has nothing to do with the occupation necessarily. I wonder if it's like that with porn stars. You know, some of them, they think, you know, I can't be in a relationship with someone that I work with. Was that, Boggy wants to know, was that the open relationship? I must know. Well, we'll find out.
I mean, somewhat. We weren't open off camera. But, you know, I say that, but honestly, in the adult industry, it's very common to not count women.
What do you mean?
You consider yourself monogamous, but the women fuck each other.
I think that's a rule that we should have in place in regular society, quite frankly. If I were in a relationship, I would not count women. I mean, as long as it's not like getting emotionally attached to anybody, I wouldn't. But if it's like, hey, you want to go have sex with a girl, have at it. I don't care if you're in porn or not.
So.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like all the women are bisexual.
So when your husband would have to go work, did you ever care?
Sometimes there'd be jealousy, but I was also shooting, so I understood it at the time. But it was one of those things where even if you're doing it yourself, like it's never a nice feeling.
Yeah.
So I would just try to push it from my mind that day.
You can compartmentalize.
I can compartmentalize.
My
yes.
goodness.
Yeah.
Teach me.
I feel like that took work.
Huh?
I feel like that took work.
It does.
To have to compartmentalize like that.
Yeah, it's never, you're never going to be truly happy if you have to sacrifice like that.
Yeah. I get that. Have you ever been on a date and the guy wanted to like split the check, or you felt like you had to pay first?
No. I always offer, but they never take me out. I feel like they like see my eyes. But I'm like, I'll offer, but
hold on,
but you still offer. That's more than like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've maybe offered, but if they ever took me up on it, I would just go to the bathroom and leave.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd probably be the same.
I don't think I would actually pay.
I would change really quick.
Or I would open my purse and be like, oh, I forgot my wallet.
I've always offered and I have paid. Yeah. It doesn't bother me.
On first dates?
On first dates. No, it
You've
doesn't.
paid?
No, I'm trying to date the guy. So I'm trying to impress them and be like, look, I'm cool.
God, what do those guys look like? That would be my fucking dream. If a woman like Mia Malkova was like, do you want me to buy dinner? I would feel like, what am I even bringing to the table here? I mean, who the hell are these fucking guys? And do they know that they are the luckiest men ever? That's what I'd like to know. Hold on, I want to get back to something. Why can't I fucking find it? I want to get back to something that happened on this most, because we just were talking, Mia Malkova, a porn star legend of our generation. I want to get to a discussion that occurred on today's episode here. And I lost it here, but I'm going to get it back. I promise you. Here I go. Look at me. I'm Peter Pan. Here we are. I'm going to pull it up. Don't you fret. Give me a moment, because I just thought of this, and I want to... Aha. Got it. Got it. Got it. I'm going. We're doing it. Here we go. Ta-da.
I mean, because here's the deal, man.
Yeah.
Is that Enny... Okay, so there's two sides to Enny.
I pushed the wrong clip
The
here. Hold
proud
on.
side.
Excuse
that will be
me.
like, no, fuck you. I'm not farting. The second
One moment,
take
one
on
moment,
Enny
one
could be that
moment.
he goes, yeah, farted, so what? That shit was the best fart y'all ever... Yeah, forgive me. Shame Are you guys friends with the Insane Clown Posse?
Never met him.
Oh, well, they were in here, and we love to ask musicians this question. There's only two of you in the band. Have you guys ever gone airtight?
I don't know what airtight means, but I'm imagining.
I mean, you guys are close. So how close have you been?
I mean, pretty close.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I mean,
nice.
But on a chick, you guys have gone airtight over.
There's no air seeping out of her. You know what I mean? Wow.
I thought that was called a tower of power.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, to be airtight, Gabe would have to join the band. Because there's three inputs. But, yeah. Eiffel Tower her, I guess.
Is that a yes? Because you guys are kind of weird about it. Oh, shit, it is.
Come on.
Oh, it's the Navy.
Yeah,
it wasn't a no. It wasn't a no.
They've been in the band forever. They're rock stars. What do you fucking want? Of course they have.
Look at these sips that they're taking. Both the Black Keys. I wanted to play this because it reminded me. I had a itch in my brain when I saw this portion of the show. I said to myself, I didn't even notice that. But they were drinking all nervously. They're trying to move along. They're LOLing. They're not saying they haven't done it. Patrick Carney, the drummer of the Black Keys, I do believe he had a little thing. He cheated on Michelle Branch or one of these girls. I forget, Vanessa Carlton. I can't remember which one. Making my way downtown, Patrick. One of them was trying to out him for cheating or something to that degree because he was out there getting his dick wet. If I do recall, I could be making wild theories. Maybe in the chat they know the actual story. But I'm just saying, maybe he's a Randy boy. Back in 2009, these guys took the chicks. Me and my homies were trying to fuck on their bus, says Stanktron. You snooze, you lose, Stanktron. You snooze, you lose. I'm sure a cool lady milked them both at the same time, Corey Sanchez. Yeah, they're just doing efficiency. Why bring two ladies on the bus when we can just bring one? Let's see.
They're like, which city are you talking about?
I wish I had better scrolling abilities so I could make you watch this sip that he took. Oh my lord, what a sip.
I thought that was called a tower of power.
Here, let's watch it again.
Yeah.
Well, actually, to be airtight, Gabe would have to join the band. Because there's three inputs. But, yeah.
Look at the face rubs. Oh, he's like doing Bert Lahr noises from back in the Wizard of Oz. He's like...
Eiffel Tower her, I guess.
Is that a yes? Because you guys are kind of weird about it.
Kind of weird about it indeed.
Oh, shit, it is.
Come on.
Okay, so now she says, oh, shit, it is. He's trying to laugh it off. No. Watch the sip.
It's the Navy.
Yeah,
it wasn't a no. It wasn't a no.
Oh, he's looking down. Let's move on. Vanessa Carlton, Michelle Branch, whoever the hell it was.
In the band forever. They're rock stars.
There's the sip right there. Ooh, boy, that is not comfortable. Not comfortable. A 10 a.m. automatic.
Maybe fucking what? Of course they have. They're like, which city? What are you talking about?
That's so awesome.
Yeah, which time?
Yeah, of course they've done that.
That's so exciting.
Well, transitioning out of the airtight story,
Okay, all right.
pretty crazy. I mean, feels like
This is a YMH exclusive. YMH exclusive.
I mean,
did we just get that the Blackies have DP'd?
yes,
Maybe
dude.
multiple people?
Yes. Because it wasn't a denial,
It wasn't a denial.
and they looked really embarrassed.
They did.
That was the most emotion we got out of those two. That whole interview. They were like drinking the water, and it's always
Was it Michelle Branch or Vanessa Carlton? I think it was Michelle Branch, right? Vanessa Carlton she's not fucking Pat Carney. Someone figure it out. I can't believe none of you have figured it out, unless maybe you have and I missed it in the chat. I'm scrolling back. Nothing. It's about Stanktron. It was Michelle Branch. Bum, bum, bum. Charlie, Sierra, Mike, thanks for coming through, my friend. I think they got the story right. I hope it wasn't something more nefarious than what I said. But boy, oh boy, it seems to me that, let's see what, we're just talking threesomes here. And here, Queens, what is this name? This is a new name here. Oh, Queers for getting stoned in Gaza. Oh, all right. Hell of a name. I was wondering. I saw it a couple of times, and I go, I thought it was Queens or something, but that's a nice little name you got there. All righty then. Michelle Branch, thank you very much. Great name indeed. Albert, congratulating you on your name there. Oh boy. Is there anything left to this clip? Let's find out.
it's the quiet ones.
I know.
The quiet
It's always
ones.
the quiet ones.
Not
Not the ones that I like. I use the term lead with sex. The people
Yeah.
that put out that they're into sex are never. And then the ones who are like, oh, I like to read or whatever. Then they're like, yeah, I DP all the time. Yeah.
And also, what other reason is there to start a band with
And
your
to
best
bang
friend?
chicks. That's what it's all about.
It's a 2-guy operation. It's made for DP.
Yeah.
That's all they probably did.
I know.
Was tour.
Hell, Led Zeppelin brought in a mud shark. Allegedly. They didn't even have enough dicks amongst the four of them. They said, let's bring in a shark and use that inside of her vagina as well. Now, last week, of course, we talked about drinking our own urine, what with our pal Robert Paul Champagne, who actually, literally moments prior to me coming onto the program today and hitting go live, he DM'd me. I'm scared. Is he mad at me? Or will he accept my invitation to appear on an episode here of Behind the Jeans? Maybe I'll just open it right now. Let's find out. Let me see. I'll break the news to you right now. I'll read it live here on the stream, on the air. Let's see, Robert P. Champagne. Oh, all he wrote was, hope you had a good day. And then he sent me an emoji of a coffee cup with a little sun coming out of it. I'm going to write back, I'm having the best day. Thank you, Robert. Please come on Behind the Jeans soon. Hold on, I said it faster than I could type it. Please come on the next episode of Behind the Jeans. God, I can't type very fast. We'll see if in the next 5 minutes he writes back. All right, we'll put that there. But we were talking because Robert Paul Champagne was drinking his piss. Will Blunderfield, the double soul shaman, was drinking his piss. Very different hues of piss, I must say. Will's being very crystal clear. Almost, now that I'm sitting in here in my disgustingly hot apartment since my air conditioner broke this morning, I gotta say, Will's piss looks refreshing in hindsight. Robert Paul Champagne's not so refreshing, almost more like a tea. Like a summer shandy, if you will. But someone in the chat, and I feel terrible that I cannot recall whom it was in the chat that brought this up, but they brought up, have you ever seen the video of Kesha peeing? And I thought, well, that must be mightily hot. That must be wonderful. Well, we have it here. Cougar has wrangled up the clip for us. Let's watch it, shall we?
Your mom? Why does your mom drink her own piss? She doesn't. She. Oh my god. She what? She what? She went hiking with this woman who drank her own piss, who drinks her own pee like every day. Isn't it good for you? I'll drink my pee.
Do it. Do it.
Could you wait till we're outside?
Ooh, it's gonna make me have to go, folks.
Oh my
there
god,
it is.
you're really gonna do it?
Wait. That's Kesha's piss? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? There's not even a hint of yellow in there. That is like a glass of water. This is horse shit. Is this horse shit? It was Melissa. Thank you. Thank you, Stinktron. I appreciate you reminding me. Thank you so much. I can't believe I forgot. It was Melissa, one of my favorite of the chatters. But look at that. That is Kesha just that hydrated? Oh my God. Fucking Bobby says she's hydrated. Healthy ass diet piss. Kesha is a babe. Now, I do have a story about Kesha. Oh my God. So if you guys recall, before we watch her ingest the piss, if you guys recall, Whitney Cummings did a roast of Bert Kreischer on OnlyFans. Do you remember this? And I regretfully was a part of it. And I say that because I got called up last minute. My friends are on it. I like Whitney a lot and I respect her, and I was happy that she thought of me to do this. There was a bit that was kind of like half baked. I didn't really not that I tried to get input on it, but I was like, well, I'll just do whatever they want me to do. I don't care. Whitney was going to give me money to do it. It was just a night at the Comedy Store, which I probably would have been there anyways. And so they put me in this wedding dress and they wanted me to do this bit and read this thing. And I did it and it bombed, and Bert was blackout drunk. I don't even think he remembers me being there, and everyone was drunk on the panel. It was a shit show for my portion of it, for the most part, and it turned out wonderful. It was a funny roast, but my portion, dog shit. I hated it. I was embarrassed. Anyhow, before I went on stage to do that, I'm standing backstage in a wedding dress for a bunch of time waiting for Donnell Rollins to finish up whatever the hell he's doing out there. He's going an hour. It's been we're what the fuck? He's been talking forever. It's supposed to do 10 minutes or some shit, and he's been up there for an hour. Him and Bert are having blackout drunk stories. It's crazy. And I'm well, maybe they'll wax this bit. I don't want to be here in a wedding dress. So I'm sitting there backstage, and it's going on forever. And who's the only other person back there with me? Kesha. And she was gorgeous. Oh my God. And she has to get out there. Kesha's she's getting paid a mighty more than I am. And they don't want Kesha waiting. Oh no. So this is all happening. I'm hoping they're going to wax my thing. They do not. I have to go out there. I do it. It's horrible. And now I'm just standing there on stage in a wedding dress while Kesha's singing, "Don't stop on the clock in a doobie da dee tonight on the mom." And I have to be up there pretending I'm not embarrassed that I had to do that. But it was fine. I got paid. It was fun. Bert definitely doesn't even remember that I was a part of it. So, or maybe he does. I don't fucking know. But let's watch her drink the piss now so we can get out of here. What do you say, folks?
It doesn't smell that bad. Smell it. Nah, no. That's all right. Justify stuff like that.
It's been exposed too long. Please don't.
Ew. Why are you doing this for fun now? You are such a freak.
What a freak indeed, folks. Oh my God, my favorite type of freak. Oh my Lord, let me get rid of this. Thank you so much, folks. What a day. Oh my God, I am reeling from it all. And it was much of it on today's episode of Your Mom's House. We'll have to keep our eyes peeled for Chad's evidence. I am right now still in Enny's corner. With the evidence that he's giving me, and it's almost like, when you have a guy, let's say OJ, just for lack of a better reference at the moment. I have to sit down with OJ. I'm John Travolta's character. Who the hell was that? Shapiro or whatever? Shapiro. I'm sitting down with OJ and I go, "Juice, tell me the skinny here. Did you do it?" And he adamantly says no. Now I will fight for his case. and I'll continue to. So we'll have to keep our eyes peeled, folks. Let me know what you think. You can always hit us up behindthegeneshow@gmail.com, especially if you're a person who hasn't been able to join us in the chat because you're not a member of the Your Mom's House YouTube channel. You can always sign up and become a member. Plenty of people have been. I mean, there were tens of thousands of members already on here before I even started this program on here. So they were just watching for ad-free. You get that aspect as well when you become a member. You get ad-free content, and you also get to come participate in Behind the Genes. And I'd love to have you here. So please to be signing up and joining us. But if you're not, behindthegeneshow@gmail.com. That's where you can stay in touch with us. And if you want to see the old roach on the road, thejoshpotter.com. I got my whole calendar up there. August has a lot of dates. Got some dates in September, but this weekend I am going to be in Dallas at the Dallas Comedy Club, July 26th and 27th. Please to be coming out. That's where you can get tickets, thejoshpotter.com. Coming in August, I'm going to be in Omaha August 15th, Des Moines August 16th and 17th, and then I'm going to be in Boston on August 24th. TheJoshPotter.com. I hope I see you out and about. I love you all very much. We will catch you on the next go around every Wednesday right here on Behind the Genes, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central.
This is big time!
Who is Randy? Don't bring anyone's mother into this.
Your mama in the fucking stands!
Welcome to your mom's house with Tom Segura. And
Christina Pashitsky.
welcome to your mom's house.
Brrrr.